Alright everyone, today exhibit number 1 on why I cannot actually become a Republican. Down in Arizona where you've got some of the McCainites that they want to hassle people and be as authoritarian as they can and bilk money out of everyone. Razorfist has talked a lot about Arizona politics. Check some of that out. The Crazies down in Arizona, the Republicans namely, because, the Arizona Republicans appear to be off their fucking rockers. They had nothing better to do other than harangue, so this is what they pull out of their asses. They're trying to declare porn a public health crisis, and it's symbolic. I mean, just saying, well, public health crisis, a simple vote to pass it through isn't going to actually affect any change down there with regards to laws involving porn, but they're trying to say, well, porn addiction, and, think of the children, the same fucking excuse that they've used for a million years. Think of the children. Someone under 18 might see porn. Oh my god, we need to ban it for everybody else too and make it inordinately difficult to produce and to obtain. And I'm thinking to myself, that's ridiculous. They're going to get it from one another at this point. It's just the name of the game. That's the way the internet works. Thinking to my own self, I don't really do the porn thing because it's it gets boring. I always thought it was funny. A little aside here, and I know some people disagree with me. If you watch porn of a dude screwing a chick, I don't consider that to be straight porn. It's bisexual porn. And since I'm straight, it doesn't do anything for me because inevitably what you see is a close-up of the man doing a sweaty sex face or something. Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather watch something that doesn't involve males, let's face it. Here's the thing. It's fucking nuts. It's a funny conversation, but this is a serious proposal being made by a lamestream fucking political movement in a state that has political issues. Anyway, wasn't Jan Brewer the governor down there or something at one point? And she looks like a vulture, and then she had that one friend, that sheriff. It wasn't Arpaio. I think it was a different person who said that he could tell who was an illegal immigrant by looking at their shoes. And at the time, and think, I was more liberal back then anyway. I'm like, what the fuck are you smoking? I thought pot was illegal down there, and it is. Lock him up. Put the sheriff in jail, or the mayor of some town, or whatever the fuck it was. Put Jan Brewer in a prison cell. She'd eat all of the other prisoners like the vulture she is. Feast on their bones, their tattered shreds of flesh, grotesque and grisly and filled with gristle. This is crazy. No, porn is not a public health crisis. The average person, if they're consuming pornography at all, is capable of controlling themselves. I reject the idea that the rest of society has to suffer any detriment to their liberty, and yeah, consumption of porn is part of that expressive freedom, arguably yes, should suffer any detriment to their liberty because a handful of people with weird tendencies just can't keep it in their pants and fucking wank it 5 times a day. I don't care if they waste their lives looking at porn. I don't care if they have a porn addiction. That's on them. Go to therapy. Take initiative. These people will be adults, and if they're kids, they shouldn't be looking at it anyway. It's going to happen, but they shouldn't be. The site can't be held responsible. Click through. You're 18 plus to view this site. Or 21 plus, because we got people fucking themselves with beer bottles. We don't want to give you the wrong idea about alcohol being safe or something. That's ultimately what it's about. It's about censorship. But they'll use the same fucking tired arguments. In the Republicans' case, they'll appeal to morality. So, Jesus wouldn't want you. Would you want the rapture to happen right as you're in the middle of a wank? Hands that are busy fiddling with the no-no zone, they can't be clasped in prayer. It's a big problem. That's the other part. The evangelicals will climb aboard. The point, the Democrats are the ones opposing it. Now, I would have honestly thought some of the Democrats would be like, yeah, this is a great thing because it'll allow them to censor things. The Democrats have, in most cases, become the political party of censorship. They want to kick hateful speech offline, which is anything they politically disagree with. If you criticize the wrong politician, if you criticize Venezuela, certainly that'd be a problem. If you have sane arguments, the Democrats don't want you to express yourself because, they especially hate people who are fully independent. They don't really care. If you're a partisan, a neocon or something, they don't really care. But if you're truly an independent person, third-partyist, or maybe you're just more you're disdainful of the political system, especially if you're also you're not fully reliant upon maybe a normal job for a paycheck so you can express yourself even more. Oh, they fucking hate us. They hate people like that, especially if they're clear-headed and they're accurate political predictions. Now the Republicans are well, we found something we want to censor too. It's not just we wanted to burn Harry Potter books for teaching our kids how to become witches. It's the same old shtick over and over. They say these stupid things that sound good to the low-info voter, but ultimately are always proven wrong, right? Violent video games. The right wing especially harangued for fucking years about how Grand Theft Auto was going to make little Jimmy kill people. There is not one shred of evidence in any substantial scientific literature that ever bore that out. In fact, there is some literature to the contrary. It's a form of catharsis. Mean speech online. Oh my god, it leads to violence, it leads to suicide stuff. No, more often than not, it's achieving catharsis. Sometimes it goes way too far. You know, criminal harassment's a thing, absolutely. It's not protected by the First Amendment. It brings about a result secondary to the speech itself. That's the litmus test typically employed. It's all, you look at the laws with regards to things that you can't actually say. That's always the reason why. You can't tell someone to harm themselves. You can't try to order people to rob a bank. You can't defame people. Well, yeah, it's because of the secondary effects, not because of the primary speech itself. That's the litmus test. It's the limit of the First Amendment. The First Amendment's not limited in the terms of speech. It's only limited in creating a victim. Can't create a victim. State, by the way, victimizing people every time it allows corporations to do its dirty work for it and circumvent the First Amendment, but that's a case that'll have to be seen in the future. No, violent video games. Harry Potter will cause witchcraft. Pokemon will cause devil worship because these Pokemon are like doing magic and shit. No, that was really something that they said back in the early 2000s. And at the time, all the bored soccer moms said, oh yeah, that sounds like it's true. Alright, little Jimmy, give up the fucking Pikachu doll and shit because you'll worship the devil or something. And you know, the 50 Shades is going to turn people into perverts. Well, no, it didn't. It just enabled perverts that already existed, maybe, but it didn't convert anyone to being, like, into weird shit. And if it did, it's like, as long as it's consensual and legal, I don't really give a fuck. I don't care what people do in their bedroom. I don't care if people look at porn. I choose not to really purvey it, but some people do. And again, though, I never found it particularly alluring to think of, well, this person's getting, like, paid to get fucked. And I have to see some dude's sweaty fucking nutsack or something. Yeah, no, again, it's not a turn-on for me. Some people, for some reason, it is. But I don't really care. I mean, if they're into that sort of thing, it's their right to consume it. And if it's not, if they've got a porn addiction, get help. You know, you probably can tell, oh yeah, my dick feels like I rubbed it with sandpaper and stuck it into a beehive. Maybe I need to fucking calm down a little bit. Hey doc, I think I have a problem. Can I come in and talk to you? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And if someone's a minor, then they're already not allowed to be consuming that material. And the fact that it's like, but yeah, I mean, it's like, well, people under 18 can't smoke tobacco, but some of them do. It's like there's nothing you can do about it. It's ba's going to happen. Yes, by the way, people, I totally waited until I was 18 to ever see nude images. Totally waited. Yeah, back in the days of early wave chat rooms, I never flirted with anyone when I was, you know, like younger. And it can cause problems, but generally speaking, look, most of us are going to get through life and be at least marginally healthy and happy. Most people are going to be fine. Stop being fucking panicked about everything under the goddamn sun. Arizona Republicans, kick these people out. You'd be better off having Democrats in office. If the Republicans, if they're going to waste their time, they're like, fuck the border, fuck lowering taxes, fuck restoring the Second Amendment, fuck defending any of the amendments, fuck states' rights, fuck everything in the sun. Fuck you, fuck me, fuck your mama. We're just going to try to ban porn. Why vote for them? Fucking nuts. It's a public health crisis. No, banning things is a public health crisis. You're trying to deprive people of necessary information. Look, some people don't have a comprehensive sex ed education. You get some 30-year-old dude's never actually seen an asshole other than his own, maybe, or something. Yeah, you use some help. I know this is kind of tongue-in-cheek and humorous, but it is a major issue. Moralism is evil. Banning things, censorship, government trying to regulate things, that's evil. We should have far less regulation on everything. 100 times less, not more. For the Republican Party at this point, to step on its own small cock is quite an achievement, I would say. That's about all. Peace out.